Well, it's almost exactly 12 months ago since we last shot this video showing this new garden. And I was looking back through some of the videos that we'd shot since then and couldn't quite believe that these borders are exactly 12 months old. Just goes to show you how much can be achieved in 12 months in a completely bare patch of earth. All these catmints, the Peter Six Hills giant, have been propagated and planted as tiny little self-rooted cuttings. The peonies, roses, delphiniums, all the herbaceous geraniums and all the alliums planted along the back are all in new borders created on the site of an old swimming pool. Not particularly good subsoil. We did use a soil improver on mushroom compost, which was really put on as a deep top dressing, now almost completely worked in by the worms. But the growth we've got here in this border is absolutely phenomenal. As I say, it's very, very difficult to look at this and feel that it's just 12 months old now. One of the big success stories have been planting of alliums that went in along the edge border here. 250 of them planted in amongst young lavender plants. And that planting of alliums has been repeated on this side of the pathway that separates these four quadrants of garden that have been created. And that gives us a really long vista effect from that barn window that I'm just going to move to and give you that. There you go, wonderful long view from that window, looking right the way down this double avenue, if you like, of alliums now just at their best. 250 bulbs planted quite close together, as you'll see. They've been planted either side of some young lavenders which are just starting to put some flower bud up, but by the time the alliums had finished, then those lavenders will pick up the colour plantings. Sometimes it's nice to leave the heads on alliums. They do form a very brown but attractive structure, particularly later in the season. But I think here, because of that underplanting of lavenders, we will remove the heads and allow the bulbs and the leaf just to naturally die away. In this border we've also got a lovely scattering of naturally seeded young foxgloves. Now our planting approach and the way we allow many of the cottage garden seedlings just to grow on in this border has always been one of our ways of gardening here. This forget-me-not is a lovely example of that, just forming a beautiful little dappled shade carpet under these roses as they come into bud later this month. I think this year we are running later here than in previous years, and it's probably going to be well into June before we get the rose blossom in this border that's just going to explode. Foxgloves, which are just again seedlings allowed to grow on in the fourth border, really have formed quite a dense and beautiful height addition to the plantings in this border. They're going to be on the pink and white spectrum, just starting into blossom now, just picking up the colour in these herbaceous geraniums, again edged with the beautiful catmints around the edges, and then this lovely confluent little low hedge of the cedar Morton Joy, just forming the barrier to the garden on the southern aspect. Just 12 months old. Just goes to show what can be achieved in a relatively short period of gardening. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little brief tour of this new quadrant garden that we've created here on the site of the old swimming pool. It's 12 months old. Everything in it newly planted and giving the effect of being here for so much longer. Absolutely wonderful. And the perfect day to have filmed it on. Just look at that Norfolk great big blue sky.